dyslexia. That's what I was trying to say. When I mean unorthodox communication, it could be one may only talk to somebody through foreign hotlines. Okay, so again, either foreign meaning very unorthodox in nature, meaning like different countries like Switzerland and us, United States, like somebody reaching out from there. Okay, that's unorthodox communication. One, because of the sound. Two, not because of the sound, but the region. And then two is because of how both parties, how they would sound. And three, the backgrounds. Okay, the all in all backgrounds etiquette. There's a chance of niece, nephew, cousin, of course, mother, or of course your father's current significant other may face imprisonment for verbal litigations, or I forgot the other word. Discriminative. There we go. So of course something that is haywire to go back and forth. It can be a lot of different things with Mercury and Pisces. There's a chance that the dark side of your subconscious mind will take over, and also there's a chance that your highest of elevation will take front. So what I mean by that, your past. So let's say 6 years ago you said you were never going to say this ever again, or you were never going to think about doing something intentional that could be very against your own morality. You said in the past, like 6 years ago. So maybe it was like you said you weren't going to maybe you did something like, I don't know, like you cheated on your husband, okay, and it really tore your soul apart, like mentally, and it tore that person's soul apart mentally too. And you made a pact, you made a promise. It's a good idea not to think about things that you've done to not hurt your self-morality, your self-morals, which you stand on 10 toes, because it's so unethical, so unorthodox that people might not understand. Okay, 12th house is unorthodox beliefs. Okay, things that you point out that you might hold very, very valuable, just like the second house, just like the 9th house, that you may go through every day that people might misunderstand. That is the 12th house. Okay, the 12th house is most 9 times out of 10 is the manifestation of all the other houses. More than most 9 times out of 10, the 6th house especially, because that's the opposite. What you do every day, what did you miss when you did what you do in your natural routine? Okay, that 12th house is lost. Okay, found too. Okay, there's a chance that the dark side of your, okay, I said that. Beware of poor animal mistreatment. Also beware of poor hygiene or outer body cleanliness. So what do I mean by that? when 6th and 12th houses playing a part, you have to be very mindful of how you treat society. How do you treat things or people who are not on your scale of what you believe in, or people who are not people you have to be aware of people who have not gone through what you've gone through. Okay? Meaning to say, not putting those belief systems on people who do not think like you do. Okay? Because anonymously, this sign, you will have information or unethical beliefs that people will never get the idea of. So it's not, beware of putting that system or that format of that in the 12th house. Okay. Also too, it's like the 9th and the 12th house, right? So beliefs and beliefs. Okay. House is inherit beliefs, which you inherited. At the end of the day, it's like what your DNA will compose of, no matter what. Like, you might eat a lot of this, you might have been through this, you might have experienced this, but at the end of the day, you always come back to this cycle. Okay, this cycle, you always come back to Mercury and Pisces, or Pisces, or 12th house in general. You always come back to that, meaning what in the past has created what I've thought, what I think out. This is who I am. So it's, but also too, when Mercury in the 12th house, you might not want to, like, beware of like not being very pinpoint, being very highly unscalely, unpredictable, and just realistic. More so like upfront. Okay, so this is water. So water likes to seep in the masses of misunderstandings. 9 times out of 10, a lot of us don't know what's deep inside the sea. Okay, we only know sections, but we don't know. We are unable to explore that. So therefore, what I'm trying to say as a metaphor, be wary of putting those misunderstandings on people who do not understand what you're thinking. Okay, don't get lost in your mind and thoughts. Make sure you broadcast the realistic. Make sure you have a great interpretation with this placement. Okay, don't go off the book. Be very concrete, serious. Be very strengthen your direct communication. Okay, that's what the 12th house is trying to expose or experience to. You could delve deep, you could be that too. If you have this placement birth wise, you're going to be naturally like what I said, which is your thoughts, like, which is misunderstanding, not really of this world. You will have a mind that is very parallel to the norms of the universe, the law, with the 12th house. Okay, because the 12th house is very unworldly as well. Okay, and also the karma of bad disputes, and also what I was trying to say, beware of mistreating people who is not only of your level, but but didn't establish things the way you establish success. Okay, but you have to be very wary of that, of making sure your thoughts is solid, not making sure because of your success or you're better because of how or what or where you came from. Okay, it's a lot to say with this Mercury and Pisces transit. I will get more into that soon. But also too, this last but not least, the skies communication is easily accessible. There's a chance of ulterior motives may take a chance to become more dominant. So this is where, again, with this placement, Mercury is very malefic, which is bad, against like scandals, high theft, high thief, brief of like security cars, debt, your again, high theft very likely with this. Just like mass scandal, things that aren't really real could be highly placed during this time. Like, for instance, mass media blogs might create a narrative of like, oh, this happened when that nowhere near did happen, or that might not be the 100% truth or meaning of this, of whatever they put out, because of the intentions. The intentions get unbelievably big of thought. Only one can understand in the mind that is pushing out, but other than that, if blown up, it'll be wrong. If blown up, if not, it'll be right. Okay. Especially caught in the act. Water signs are the worst. Doing the mischievous, they get caught in the act. They get they get prosecuted pretty bad. Okay. So just be very wary of your water. If I'm talking about if they get really in serious trouble, it becomes very ugly. Anyways, did I say disguised communication is easily, there's a chance of, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Things are very unpredictable of thought. So yeah, I think that's it. Let me hit this blunt before I go, because or let me hit this one time before I go. Again, if anybody who is children or anybody who's underage is watching this and is saying, oh, he's smoking, just know this is to this sign. It has a lot to do with this video. I have to do this. I don't normally do this. Peace.